Camille, 2000. Plot. Camille 2000 is a story about Armand, a man who visits his hometown in Rome and becomes infatuated with the gorgeous, popular Marguerite. Though she's known for sharing her body with many lovers, she only shares her heart with Armand. He is drawn into the world of lust, wealth, and revenge, experiences that will change their relationship forever. Characters / roast Armand Duval, Nino Castelnuovo, is a naive young man traveling from the United States to Rome. After reuniting with his friend Gaston, they attend a lavish event filled with nobles. There, he catches a glimpse of Marguerite and develops an almost stalker-like obsession with her. Gaston tried to warn Armand several times about Marguerite and her past, but he was blinded by her beauty. He learns that she shares her bed with men who give her gifts and resources and claims he is foolish to love a woman like that. Yet he keeps going back to her. His good looks and lack of intelligence made him an easy target. As time progressed, Armand began struggling financially to the point that Marguerite had to pay for things in the relationship. Thus, Armand became a playboy, sleeping with the women while Marguerite watches and won a game of cards against Count de Varville, one of her lovers. Armand's growth or lack thereof was embarrassing to watch. The film portrays Armand as a virgin and lacking experience with courting. Him claiming to love a woman who constantly runs around with another man would make anyone with common sense cut ties with that woman and leave. Especially if you already had several intimate moments. Him finally realizing that he can get a woman off his own merit to get back at Marguerite was nice and all, but it was literally the same type of woman. One without morals that will do something strange for some change. The end of the movie has him in a decline where you wonder if he really learned anything other than being good-looking. Marguerite Gauthier, Danielle Gobert, is a party-loving woman who lives a luxurious life and is envied by all women and desired by all men. Throughout all of her relationships, what she experienced with Armand appeared to be more than just wanting her body, more than just wanting to control her. It appeared to be commitment, something she had lacked in her life, which she was afraid of, and that's why she displayed random behavior and put him through so many rigorous tests to see if he would keep coming back. She received a $4,000 dress from Armand, which was on the lower end for her. Instead of chasing gifts, she accepted his compassion and sold some of her jewelry so that they could be together, even taking the Count's boat for them to sail away together. An event happened that made her question if Armand was truly happy and how stable their relationship was. She left and returned to the Count with the love of her life gone and failing health. Her days were numbered, in a poetic way of sorts. Camille 2000 Thoughts. Camille 2000 is based off the book adaptation titled The Lady of the Camellia by Alexandre Dumas Fils. I haven't read the book yet, but seeing some themes from a book written back in 1824 in the 21st century proves that humans haven't changed much. The movie was released on July 16, 1969. Part of me wants to believe this was an experimental hippie-era movie that was supposed to shape the minds of the youth at that time from getting away from the nuclear family promoting being a playboy or harlot. Another part of me knows that some men like to play with fire and become whipped enough to the point that they want to take a known streetwalker away from that life and want to save and take care of a woman with more bodies than a morgue. This is not to shame or disrespect anyone. It is often published of those events and the aftermath after it goes wrong. It is hardly any positive news of successful marriages considering the circumstances. I mainly watch this movie because the soundtrack for Camille 2000 composed by Piero Piccioni is magnificent, especially the track titled Easy Lovers. The story wasn't enough in my opinion, and the decisions made by the characters made me face palm myself several times. The music made this movie better than it would have been without Piero's musical score. Visually, the movie is nice, but it's basically a late-night cinematic skin flick. I'm interested in looking at Radley Metzger's other movies and anything related to Piero Piccioni. Movie is a 5 out of 10. If you like KniceMent, please consider subscribing and visit the website at www.knicement.com.